Once there was a young guy named Tyler living in a bustling suburb just outside Chicago. He was in his mid-20s working a dead-end desk job at a mid-sized tech firm, but his mind was always racing. Every night after crashing on his couch, he'd stare at the ceiling, dreaming big. One day, he'd tell himself, "I'm gonna build something that matters, something that gives me freedom." Tyler was full of that raw ambition you see in so many young people, hungry for more than the 9-to-5 grind. He scrolled through success stories on his phone, entrepreneurs who started in garages, turned ideas into empires. It fueled him. Then one ordinary Tuesday, inspiration struck hard. He was frustrated with how hard it was for freelancers in his area to find quick local gigs. Handymen, tutors, graphic designers waiting days for responses on big platforms. His idea, a hyper-local app that matches people instantly like Uber but for everyday skills. Real-time notifications, built-in payments, reviews tied to location. He saw it clearly. That weekend, holed up in his makeshift home office, really just a corner of his apartment with a second-hand desk, Tyler went all in. He sketched user flows on paper, researched competitors, even coded a basic prototype using tools he taught himself online. By Sunday night, he had something tangible, a rough but working version. The excitement was electric. He couldn't keep it bottled up. Monday at work, over lunch with coworkers, "Guys, I have this killer app idea. It's gonna disrupt freelancing locally. I'm serious this time." They leaned in, eyes wide. "Whoa, tell us more." He spilled everything. That evening, beers with friends. "I'm quitting soon to build this full-time. Mark my words. Big things coming." Posts on Instagram and X. Cryptic teasers like "cooking something huge, can't say yet," with rocket emojis. Family dinner. "Uncle, remember how I always tinkered with computers? This is it." The initial feedback was pure hype. Likes poured in. "Legend. Proud of you, bro. This sounds game-changing." It felt amazing, like he'd already succeeded. That validation rush? Addictive. But then cracks appeared. A senior coworker pulled him aside. "Tyler, love the enthusiasm, but the gig economy is brutal. Giants like Fiverr and TaskRabbit own it. You'll burn out." Another friend at the gym. "Remember that fitness blog you started last year? Abandoned after a month." This sounds the same. Online, trolls emerged. "Another drop-shipping wannabe, but for apps? Lol, good luck." His dad, practical as ever. "Son, startups fail left and right. 90% don't make it. Keep the steady paycheck." Each comment landed like a punch. Doubt crept in. What if they're right? Do I even have the skills, the money, the toughness? The high from sharing faded fast, replaced by anxiety. Suddenly, late-night coding sessions felt pointless. He second-guessed every line of code. Progress slowed, then stopped. Months dragged on. The prototype sat untouched. Tyler fell back into routine. Work, Netflix, sleep, repeat. Regret gnawed at him, but pride kept him quiet. No one asked anymore. Then, out of the blue, his old high school buddy Mason visited from out west. Mason had always been the chill one. No flashy posts, no boasting. They caught up over coffee, and Tyler casually asked, "What you been up to, man?" Mason grinned. "Actually, built a business. Custom hiking and camping gear. Sold online. Started small, now it's my full-time thing. Clearing 6 figures, got a warehouse, couple employees." Tyler nearly choked on his drink. "Wait, what? You, Mr. Low-Key? When did this happen?" "About 2 years ago," Mason said calmly. Kept it quiet the whole time. Tyler pressed. "Why? I'd have been hyping you up." Mason leaned back. "That's exactly why not. Look, I've seen it happen too many times. You announce a big plan, get that instant gratification from cheers and likes. Brain thinks, mission accomplished. Motivation tanks because the reward came early. Worse, the haters and doubters hit you when you're fragile. Before you build proof, their words sick, make you quit prematurely. Me, I told no one except my wife. Worked nights after my job. Failed a dozen product ideas privately. Learned from mistakes without judgment. When doubts came, and they always do, I pushed through alone. Built momentum in silence. Now, the success speaks loud. People discover it and go, "Damn, you did that? Feels way better." Tyler sat silent, processing. It all clicked. His own story mirrored the trap Mason described. That night, Tyler fired up his laptop, deleted old social posts, backed up the dusty prototype, started over with a new rule: zero sharing, no announcements, no progress updates. When coworkers asked about hobbies, just chilling. Friends probing, "Hey, trying some stuff." He even muted group chats to avoid temptation. The grind began for real. 5 a.m. alarms, coding before sunrise, evenings deep in user research, talking to actual freelancers at coffee shops anonymously. Weekends, building, testing, iterating. Setbacks hit hard. App crashed during demos. First users ghosted feedback. Savings dipped low for server costs. Rejection emails from potential advisors. But without an audience, failure didn't sting publicly. No explaining to skeptics. He journaled privately. Wins, losses, lessons, shared only with one trusted mentor, a former boss who signed an NDA-like keep it quiet agreement. Slowly, resilience grew. Skills sharpened. The app evolved. Sleek, intuitive, solving real pains. 18 months of silence. Launch day, soft rollout to a small local Facebook group. No fanfare. Users trickled in, then flooded. "This is exactly what I needed." Reviews glowed. Organic shares exploded. Local news news picked it up. Chicago suburbs startup solves gig worker woes. Revenue hit 5 figures in months. Investors called him. Then the messages rolled in from those same doubters. Tyler, this app is blowing up. When did you launch this insanity? You actually did it? Proud of you, man, he replied simply. A link and working quietly. Now Tyler mentors others, sharing the hard-earned truth. Science backs it too. Studies show announcing goals reduces likelihood of achieving them. Psychologists call it social reality. Public declaration substitutes for actual doing. Famous examples? Sara Blakely invented Spanx in secret, told no one for years, feared ridicule. J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter quietly, rejected dozens before success. Even tech giants like early Instagram team kept hush until ready. The trap is real. We crave validation to feel worthy, but premature sharing trades long-term achievement for short-term applause. Common pitfalls: seeking permission, approval disguised as feedback, fear of failing silently versus publicly, but silent failure lets you pivot fast. Comparing to others' highlight reels, ignoring their quiet phases. How to break free. 1. Protect the seed stage. Share only with 1 to 2 accountability partners who uplift, not judge. 2. Journal everything. Celebrate private wins. 3. Embrace the boring middle, where real growth happens unseen. 4. Let success be the announcement. Tyler's life changed. Freedom arrived, not from hype, but hustle in the shadows. Your dreams deserve that protection too. Don't share your plans too soon. Guard them fiercely. Work in silence. Let your success roar when it's undeniable. Because when the world finally notices, they'll have no choice but to respect the grind they never saw. And that's the sweetest victory.